Hey, what's up, everybody? We are live. Thank you for joining my stream tonight. I'm DJ Movie Time Minute, and I think my son's coming in to say goodnight. So, hey, buddy, you want to say hi to everybody before you go to bed? Say bye bye. Say goodnight. All right. He caught me just in time for that. Uh, Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you being here. Today we are talking the latest in movie news. I'm going to tell you a few of the movies I've watched this week, shows I've watched this week, and we're just going to talk about all that good stuff and take your live questions. Let you tell me what you've been watching, what you're up to, what you think of this news, and all those sorts of things. So, again, uh, this is a new segment we're calling Movie Time News Live, Movie Time News Live, and I'm really excited for this. So, all right, before we get started, I'm going to jump in and look at some of what you guys already in the comment section talking. So I'm going to look at that, read some of these, and then we'll get into that news, those news topics. '80s kid from the '90s says, "What's happening this time?" So he's referring to the strike stuff. He confirmed that here a little later, referring to the studios. Did they make a deal? Okay, so we're going to get into that and talk about that real soon. But excited to get into that conversation. '80s kid from the '90s also says Avatar 2 is awesome. Hey, I really liked Avatar 2, and it's now the third highest grossing film in history, behind the first Avatar and Avengers Endgame. So obviously somebody else liked it as well. View with Drew. Hey everyone, what's up? What's up, Drew and '80s kid? You guys, I'm really glad you're in the stream. Really glad you guys joined me today. Really, really cool to have you here. Lance Jackson, the movie fan. Hey, good to have you. Thank you for joining the stream. One movie I can't wait to see on Paramount Plus is Good Burger 2. I know a lot of people excited for that. I grew up with Good Burger, so I'm excited to see that as well. I'm curious what they're going to do now that they're older and what kind of shenanigans they're going to get into. '80s Kid from '90 because we're all dudes. Yes, we are. Even you girls, y'all are dudes too. '80s Kid from the '90s. I'm rewatching Seinfeld DVDs. That's cool. I never really got much into Seinfeld. I watched episodes here and there, but I haven't watched it all. So maybe that's one I need to go back and check out sometime. All right. With those comments out of the way, let's move on to the first topic I want to talk about today: Expendables 4 tanks. I don't know how many of you saw that coming. I honestly, after 3, I was surprised they even decided to make a 4. This isn't one that has been growing in box office. It's been declining in each and every movie. So I was surprised that the 4th one even got made. And the things I've heard about this one have not been great, even though I was excited for it before I started seeing the reviews coming out for this. Looking at, I don't have a option here or a way that I've figured out to put this up on screen, but I wrote down it's on CNN this one's on Hollywood Reporter if you want to look at it. Expendables 4 this weekend made $8.3 million. That is a downtick from the opening weekend from 3 that was 15.8, which was a downtick from the second movie that was 28 million, which was a downtick from the first movie that was 35. So we're steadily declining. It's getting less and less as far as the box office goes. Now, I will say the first 3 movies overall made 800 million globally. That's not bad for a 3-movie franchise, except I'm not sure what the budget was on these. I can't imagine they were very cheap, though. But to put it in perspective, this weekend, The Nun 2 is on its 3rd weekend, and it made 8.4 million compared to Expendables 8.3. So it actually got beat by a movie that's been in theaters for 3 weekends. Not a great sign. Not looking good for this franchise. But hey, maybe you had a good experience with it. I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you talking to me about that, because I am very curious what others thought about this movie outside of just your regular reviewers. All right. And from there, we're going to get into what is probably the biggest topic that I want to talk about today, and that is this strike. We've got the SAG strike, we've got the WGA strike, and over the weekend, WGA has been meeting with the studios, talking about trying to work out a deal, hammer out some type of deal. And here's what we get coming out of CNN. After 4 days of marathon negotiations, WGA could reach a deal as early as Sunday. Now, we are Sunday right now, and this came out this morning. We're at Sunday. I'm hoping, I keep looking and refreshing to see if these negotiations have ended, if anything's happened with them yet. Right now, there's not been a deal reached that I know of, but hopefully during the stream, we'll find out what exactly is going on with that. Also says studios Saturday evening delivered their best and final offer to the striking writers. That's an interesting way to put that. Best and final offer. So I'm not sure how well the writers are taking that comment, but honestly, looking over this article out of CNN, it really looks positive, to be honest, compared to the things we've seen up to this point with the strike. I think there's a little bit of optimism come out of this. If they can actually make a deal today, if they can work it out and the writers can come to terms with something, yes, that doesn't mean production is going to start back because the actors still have their strike to finish out and their negotiations to do. But it would be a very positive sign if the writers can get back to work. And the fact that the studios and writers can come to an agreement gives me hope that the actors and studios can come to agreement right after that. So we'll keep an eye on that story as we go tonight, and hopefully we'll get some positive feedback, positive news coming out of that story. Let's go over and look at our comments again. We've got 80s Kid from the 90s. That's a shame. I haven't watched those movies because I don't watch our content, with Aliens being an exception. Yeah, I understand. Now, I do think the third Expendables, they did make PG-13. And that was one of the things people didn't like about that movie. So the third one was PG-13. It was probably the worst of the first three. I personally like the second one the best. None of them are great great movies. They're all pretty corny, very 80s action, little comedy mixed in. They're very almost satirical. But yeah, I agree. It is a shame to have such a star-studded cast. And this one, I wasn't as impressed with the cast this time. And from what I've heard, even our original cast doesn't shine the way they did in the first three movies. So I don't know. Some of that may be up against it, knowing there's some people that didn't come back for this one. The marketing just wasn't great either. So I think all of that probably contributed a little bit to it. All right. Let me get a drink real quick. Okay. That's what the strike news. Hopefully we'll get some more as we go here. I'm looking and refreshing here. I'm not seeing anything else yet. No, the 5 hours on CNN was the last article we got from that. So maybe by the end of the stream, we'll have some more information, since they're saying hopefully by Sunday. So, all right. Next thing I want to talk about, let's jump in. I want to tell you guys what movies I've watched this week. I've watched a few that were actually pretty good. One of them I didn't like so much, but I know a lot of people really did. So I want to talk about those real quick and just see you guys' thoughts, see if you guys have watched these, because a couple of these come out a little while back, and I'm just now getting around to watching them. So the first one, No One Will Save You. Okay. So I filmed a quick, short review of this right after I watched it because I wanted to get my initial thoughts out as quick as possible. I didn't love this movie. If you watch my review, I was a little harsh on it, probably more harsh than I should have been. And but at the same time, I got to speak my truth, and my truth is I didn't like this movie. This wasn't what I was expecting, for one. The trailers to me set this up to be a very different movie than what it wound up being. I'm not going to give away any spoilers here, but the second and third acts really deviate away from what I thought it was going to be to start with. And I really liked the first act. It just didn't go that direction. I thought Caitlin Dever, however you pronounce her name, she was fine, but I didn't believe most of the expressions on her face. I felt like she was acting. And when I'm watching an actor act, I don't want to feel like they're acting, if you know what I'm trying to say. It was very forced, it felt like to me. Now, I know a lot of people didn't feel that way about her performance. That's great. I'm glad you saw it that way. I just didn't believe it. So with that said, because it was so focused on her and because it was so focused on her journey through this and what we were seeing with her character, it didn't work for me, and I wish it did. I'm going to try to rewatch this if I get a chance and just see if my mind changes a little bit, knowing now what the movie is about and what to expect from it. I thought they waited way too long to get to some of the mysteries from the start of the movie. I thought that could have been done in a better way. But I will say, to give it some positive notes, the the cutting and the camera work, all the edits and stuff, it worked really well for that. This director knew what they were doing as far as that stuff goes. It was just I didn't like the direction the story went. I didn't like the performance, and I didn't really care for the CG for the aliens in this either. All right. Before I get on to my next movie, we've got another comment from 80s Kid from the 90s. Says, I'm frustrated with Avatar 3 being delayed. They better give Cameron all his credit. Yeah, that is unfortunately not surprising to me. I mean, how long did they push back that second movie over and over again before they finally let it out? So that's something I kind of expected to happen. Hopefully we don't have to wait 8 or 9 years for this next one, or however long that last was, 08 all the way to 2022. Okay, yeah. So it was definitely a long time of a wait between movies, but this one shouldn't be that long of a wait, and I fully expect it to be a pretty good movie when it comes out. So, all right. Next movie I watched this week was Strays. All right. I'm not going to say this is a greatly written story of a movie. This is very homeward bound and not for children. My mother sent out a message here a while back saying something about a talking dog movie for the kids, and I said, Mom, that's not a movie for the kids, and it is definitely not. This is a very raunchy comedy about some talking dogs, or some dogs, and we hear them talk. And I gotta say though, I was laughing all the way through this movie. It brought cheer to my heart watching Strays. Will Ferrell did a great job with the voice of our main dog, and Jamie Foxx, Isla Fisher. What's his name? Well, I'm not going to be able to think of it right now, but all the voice cast did really good for this, and it wasn't a perfect movie, but it was a lot of funny. And if you're just looking for a good time for a movie, this one definitely was a good time. Another movie that I watched this week that I want to tell you guys about was The Blackening. I'm so far behind on some of these movies, this one especially, but this was another one I had a great time watching. I mean, I want to think this one, I wrote this down. This one's got an 87% Rotten Tomatoes, 85% on audience, and I can see why. This one was not only funny, but it had a great message, and I feel like this is one that kind of went under the radar for me. I don't know about where you guys live and from, and if it was, but I wasn't hearing enough about this movie, and after watching it, I was kind of kicking myself that I had not watched it sooner, because I really enjoyed The Blackening and thought it was a great movie. All right, I'm going to jump back over to the comments again. Look like we've got another one. Mama Minute. So, hey, Mom, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I was very wrong. Okay. Maybe she was referring to No One Will Save You. Is that what you're talking about there? I figure that's probably what she's talking about, because we did have a conversation about that movie afterwards. And I told her that I didn't like it. And she, I think, thought that she probably would. But yeah, I ultimately come out of that thinking I probably wasted my time with it. Again, I might rewatch it just to see if I think differently now that I know really what the movie is. But Strays. She's talking about Strays, yeah, because I mentioned it. She said a good talking dog movie for kids. Yeah, that is not a kids movie. But yes, that one too. Yeah. So I don't usually agree with my mom much on movies, but on No one will no one will save you. We kind of agreed on that one. 80s kid from the 90s says, speaking in a dark, gravely voice, what's your favorite Batman movie? Okay, we can get into that. It's hard to put this into. So I have a different of what I consider the best Batman movies and what I consider my favorite Batman movies. So if you were to say best, I would personally put the Robert Pattinson The Batman at the top, right with The Dark Knight, and I don't know which one I would have on top. Those are my two favorites, and because they're such different movies, it's hard to pick one of the other over the other, because I think they both work well for what they're doing. However, my favorite Batman movie is Batman Forever. I thought Jim Carrey's Riddler is one of the best villains we've had on screen, even though it was very campy, very, very Jim Carrey. I loved that portrayal of the Riddler, and I loved Val Kilmer as Batman. I thought he did a great job. I even liked them introducing Robin the way they did. So my favorite Batman movie is Batman Forever. To me, the best Batman movie would either be The Batman or The Dark Knight, depending on the day of the week, because it's going to change day to day for me. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that question. 80s Kid from 90, that's a great one. All right. Mama Minute says Keaton and Jack Nicholson, the first one, the best. Yeah, a lot of folks from your generation have that one as their best. I think that may be a what you grew up with type thing, maybe. I'm not sure, which I know that one was, 89, so you were, yeah, I won't get into my mama's age, but but yeah, I can see that, and I understand why a lot of people have that as their favorite. I have nothing against that. I do love that movie. And Michael Keaton coming back this year for The Flash was really cool to see him come back and don the cape and cowl again. 80s Kid from 90 says, which movie do you prefer? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Turbo? I mean, Tommy's in both of them, so I love both. But me, it's going to be the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. And I think I've seen you in another comment somewhere before say you love Turbo. That's awesome. I love Turbo too. But the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like, that's my childhood. I love that. I love that movie as a kid, and I even rewatched it recently, and it's goofy as all get out, but I still love watching that movie. All right. Before I do any more comments, I'm going to get on to the next thing, my next topic today, and that is the shows I watched this week. I want to let you guys know what I'm watching, just in case there's anything that might pop out to you or something that you didn't even know about or wasn't on your radar. You might can check out as well. I want to talk about some of those. First show I want to bring up is Heels. This show, second season ended last week, and I finally got around to watching that final episode this week, and it ended on a cliffhanger that makes me so angry because of these strikes that we've been talking about here. I don't know if this show's going to get to come back, and they didn't end it in a way that I will be really excited about if they decide to cancel this show. So this one's got Stephen Amell. It's what he went to after Arrow. This is the show that he has put his heart and soul into, and I have loved it up to this point. I really enjoy Heels. This is about amateur professional wrestling, and the behind the scenes stuff that they do. I mean, it's a very fictional story, but I've really enjoyed this show so far, and I hope it continues from here. 2 seasons now. This one's over on Starz. If you get a chance to watch that one, it's worth a watch. Another show this week, and I already did the talk with the movie tubers this week about Ahsoka, and if you saw it, you know my rant. You know I wasn't happy with this episode. Not because it was a bad episode, but because it didn't do anything for someone like me who has not watched all of the Rebels cartoon series to get me excited for these new characters they're bringing in, or these characters they've been teasing up to this point, that I felt like was very lackluster, very anticlimactic whenever I saw those characters, especially that last character we saw toward the end of the episode. Was not into that. I have no cares for that character right now, and they're going to have to do something to change my mind on that because I'm just not feeling it. Maybe you're enjoying it more than I am. That's great. I have loved the first 5 episodes. Episode 4 was one of the best episodes of Star Wars I think they've done in live action for television. But this one hurt me, and they're going to have to do a lot this week to really turn me around on that and make me feel better about it. Before I get into my next show, I'm going to go ahead and jump back over to the comments again, see what you guys are saying. Oh, let's see. My minute says Dylan. Not sure what you mean there. Okay. 80s kid from the 90s. The blue Turbo Ranger has the same name as me. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. That makes it a little more fun whenever your characters have the same name. You feel like you're them. All right. Mama Minutes. I mean, Daryl. Oh, Daryl. Well, I'm going to get into that show here in just a minute. So give me a minute and I'll get to that. I just finished watching the newest episode of that right before jumping into this stream. 80s kid from the 90s. I don't think that's the real Ezra. It could be an illusion set up by Thrawn and Night Sisters. Okay. Maybe so. I mean, that's an interesting theory. I'll talk about it. It's been almost a week. I'm not going to worry about spoilers here. That reveal for Ezra, after seeing the start of this show, having Sabine watching these holograms and missing him and all that stuff like she was, and then to be such a lackluster reunion and for them to not embrace and I don't know if it's to the characters or not, but how would I know that? Because I've not seen Rebels. They did not do a good job building up and explaining that stuff to me and ahead of time. So whenever it gets to it, and if I don't understand what's happening or that this is how they normally are, it doesn't do anything for me. So I think that's one of the reasons I feel like they failed in this episode, and I can't help my thoughts on that. 80s Kid from the 90s also says, LOL, I was in the first grade when I watched Turbo. Yeah. That definitely would have been a cool movie to watch in first grade. I loved watching Power Rangers when I was a kid. I'm getting the Lightning Collection Red Ranger. The Lightning Collection Power Ranger figures are really cool. Nothing wrong with that. You got to do a video showing it whenever you do on your channel. That would be really cool to watch. All right, I'm going to jump back over and talk about a couple other shows that I'm watching right now. Another show I want to talk about is Only Murders in the Building. This has got its new season going on right now. New episodes happening. It's almost over for the season, but really liking this season so far. I wasn't sure at the start of it. It didn't start out real strong to me. But as the season's going and each episode happens, I'm enjoying it more and more. Excited to see how this season ends. I think this is the show that just continues to up its game every season and give us more different dynamics in a show that I was afraid would be a one and done and they wouldn't have any more story to tell after they initially got that that murderer found out. But they've found creative ways to do it, and I do recommend this show as a show to watch if you haven't started it yet. Another show I'm watching right now, The Morning Show. This one's over on Apple TV. Really enjoying this one. This is the Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, even though this season hasn't had as much Reese in it, and that kind of bugs me because I really like her character. Maybe that'll change. We're only a few episodes in. But Morning Show is still a great show on Apple TV. They've lost some of the cast, like Steve Carell's no longer in the show, and that's a bummer. But it's still been a very solid season so far. I'm really enjoying this show, and that's that one. And then, because my mother brought it up a minute ago, The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. If you've seen my shorts, you know that I've enjoyed the first two episodes, and I just watched the third one, and I got to say I really enjoyed this one too. They have managed to milk this show for all they can and put spinoff after spinoff, and you would think they'd run out of ideas, but for some reason, this particular idea is working for me. This show with Daryl, maybe it's the Norman Reedus effect. He elevates what he works on. But this show to me has been very good and fun to watch, and I can't wait. It's right now the show, after this week's Ahsoka, Daryl Dixon is now the show that I'm looking forward to every week the most to see when the new episode comes out. So if you've given up on Walking Dead, whatever, I understand, but I'd urge you to give this one a chance because it's a pretty good show. There are some comparisons to The Last of Us, and I understand that as well. But because there's some themes that are very similar. But anyway, all right, let's move on to a few comments. See what's being said. 80s kid from the 90s. What happened to shows like Home Improvement? Sitcoms today are just bad. I think it just may be harder to find some of the sitcoms. I mean, I gotta say, since I was just talking about No One Will Save You, the girl that is in that, Caitlin Dever, she was in another Tim Allen show, Last Man Standing, and I thought that show was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I can see there's a couple other great ones. Schitt's Creek, Kim's Convenience, so you can watch over on Netflix, a Canadian show, really good with Paul Sun-Hyun Lee, Carson from the Star Wars franchise. That show was really good sitcom. So if you've not watched Kim's Convenience, it's also got Simu Liu that plays Shang-Chi in it. Really great show. The recent revival of How I Met Your Father wasn't terrible, but I mean they've already canceled that show, so maybe it was worse than I thought. I just enjoyed it, I guess. Trying to think of some more sitcoms. There's not as many now, but I think it's just a different day and age. People aren't watching as much. The Neighborhood is a good sitcom. Ghosts. I don't know if you've watched Ghosts. Ghosts is fantastic. That's one to check out. It's over on Paramount. All right. Or CBS. I think it airs on CBS and then goes to Paramount Plus. But there's a few different ones out there. You just have to really look for them and kind of, I don't know. As far as like Home Improvement, there's not a lot like that anymore. But all right, Mama Minute says we love it too. It's different but good. I assume you're talking about Daryl Dixon, or are you talking about Heels? Probably Daryl. Yeah, it's it's a lot better than I even thought it was going to be, especially after coming off that Negan and Maggie show. I wasn't loving that one like I thought I would. I mean, I've got the Negan bat right here behind me. You know, I'm a huge Negan fan, but that show just didn't quite live up to what I wanted it to. So I'm glad the Daryl Dixon show is. Does the show feel like The Last of Us? It does, as far as the needing to get a kid across to somewhere. There's a little bit of the same feeling and the reasoning why they're trying to get this kid to Paris and all this stuff that's going on. I don't want to give away too many details, but yeah, I don't think it's at the same. It's definitely not the same budget and not the same production value as Last of Us, but storytelling wise, yeah, it holds up to that, and I think it's really good. All right, Zach Tech Reviews. Oh, and thank you, Zach, for being here. I really appreciate it. And y'all don't know that Zach come in and helped me make sure my stream was looking good today. I got some new equipment for my internet signal to try to make sure my camera was going to be a little bit better today than what it was the other day. So he come in and helped me with that, and I really appreciate Zach for that. All the movie tubers, Zach, Jason, and especially Ken, who's done a whole lot for me on this. All of these guys are great. Go subscribe to their channels. You won't be disappointed. They've got awesome channels, and they're all so much better than I am. All right. Bryant Dupree, hello. I enjoy your channel. Well, hello, Bryant. I appreciate you being here. It's a lot of fun already. Zack Attack Reviews, Schitt's Creek and Kim's Convenience are great. Yeah, I agree. Those are really good shows. And if you're looking for a sitcom to watch and you don't think there's any out there, then those are ones to check out. Bryant Dupree, F is for Family is good. Oh, F is for Family. Yeah, I've heard that. I've not actually watched that show. But thank you for making that recommendation. Second text says, hey, Bryant. Hey, kid from the 90s. I had to tap out of Ghosts. Okay, well, I mean, that's fair. Not everything's going to be for everybody, but I did really enjoy Ghosts, and I'm still continuing to enjoy it as the new seasons come out. And I'm even told the UK version that came out before this was really good as well. So I don't know, maybe if you like the concept and don't like these particular actors or the storylines they're giving in this series, maybe go try the UK version if you like the concept to see if you like that one. Zekatech says Santa I think he fix it here. Yeah, okay. Santa Clarita Diet is great on Netflix too. Yeah, is that the one with Drew Barrymore? Am I thinking of the right show? Yeah, I've heard good things about that one. If that's the one I'm thinking of as well. So, thanks for pointing that out, Zach. Definitely some good options there if you guys are looking for some shows to watch. One more thing I want to talk about in my news section, and then we can just jump into comments if there's any more. And if there's not a whole lot more comments, we'll end it early and we'll just enjoy the time that we've had here so far today already. But opening in theaters next weekend. This is one that has already had some reviews come out for it. It opens on September 29th in a larger expansion of theaters than what they originally were talking about it was going to be, and that is Dumb Money. I thought this was going to open in limited theaters at first when I was first reading on this. It looks like it's going to open to a bigger audience now, and I'm really excited for that. Next weekend, Dumb Money. Right now, the critics or the Rotten Tomatoes has it sitting at an 84%. Last I looked at it, this has got Pete Davidson. It's got Paul Dano, who is tremendous, one of the best actors working today, and of course Seth Rogen. This is about the GameStop meme stock. As somebody that used to work for GameStop, this story is kind of intriguing to me. Interested to see what they do with this and how they tell this story. I know it's been getting some advertisement in different places. I've already heard from my in-laws that they've advertised it on Paramount Plus, and it had the language and stuff in it. I don't think it bothered them, but anyway, Dumb Money looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited to see this. I don't know if I'll get to watch it while it's in theaters or not. My schedule is crazy the next few weeks, but I will be excited to see this once I get the chance. So as far as all that goes, we talked about Expendables. We talked about the strike. Talked about the movies that I watched this week, the shows that I watched this week, and what's coming out next week in theaters. If there's any other thing that you guys want to bring up or talk about on any of those topics or other topics, make sure you let me know in the comments, and we're going to get to all your comments and questions here in just a moment. But I just want to say thank you for everybody that's joining me so far today, and I appreciate you being here. The comments that have come in, you guys are awesome, and I'm having a lot of fun. So, all right, let us get back to the comments and see what you guys are saying. Bright Dupree, sadly, I enjoy watching clips on YouTube and TikTok of 80s and 90s sitcoms. Okay. I don't think that's sad at all. That's nothing wrong with that. 80s and 90s sitcoms were some of the best sitcoms we've had. Yep, Drew Barrymore zombie sitcom. Yeah, I thought that was Santa Clarita. And it's also, I shouldn't have said also because now I've got to think of the guy's name. Really hard to kill in that one. The Justified guy. Why? Timothy Olyphant. He was in that one too, I think. So, yeah, I never did get around to watching that, but I do need to go check that out because I was interested in it from the time it came out, and I just never got around to watching. 80s came from the 90s. Did you watch PulseCon? It was boring. No, I did not watch PulseCon, but I did hear that it was boring. So I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it. They barely revealed anything. Yeah, that's what I heard. I love the Fabelmans. Yeah. So Paul Dano also in Fabelmans. Seth Rogen's also in Fabelmans. Fabelmans was my number one favorite movie last year. I loved it more than every other movie that came out last week. I can't even talk tonight. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me get a drink. I'm just stumbling. I love the Fabelmans more than any other movie that came out last year. That's what I was trying to say. So, yeah, I agree with that. A lot of fun. Zacatech Reviews. Why did it have to go wide the week the Creator comes out? Yeah, that's true. A lot of people are really excited for the Creator. I will say I wasn't excited for Creator until this last trailer came out. I am excited for it now. Again, that's another one. I don't know if I'm even going to get to go watch it in theaters or not because my schedule is just crazy. But I fully expect that to be a great movie. Yeah, it might be a good time for a double feature. The Cosmic Broadcast. Hey, man. Good to have you here, Jonah. Appreciate you joining the stream. Says, DJ, you ready for tomorrow night? Yes, I'm mostly ready. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be over on the Cosmic Broadcast channel. And you can see us there talking about Star Wars. We're going to be ranking all the lightsaber battles for episodes 1 to 9. So join us for that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I expect us to have some different takes on that, and that's what's going to make it fun. So, and we got Ken. See for yourself what's going on, Ken. Oh, gee, I love your shirt. Yeah, that's it's my Mystery Machine shirt. I like this one too. I actually wore it to church today, so gotta rock it and have some fun. 80s kid from the 90s. What's up, Jonah? And Jonah says, "What's up?" All right, I'm just gonna go through y'all's combos here. Cosmic Broadcast says, "This man is crushing that Yoo-hoo." I love my Yoo-hoos. There's a reason I'm still fat and not getting any skinnier. Lance Jackson, the movie fan, says, "Get On Up" is another movie I like from 2014. It's about singer James Brown. Yes, really great movie. Really enjoyed that one. I'm a sucker for those movies that are biopics of famous singers and that type of stuff. So anytime something like that comes out, I'm interested in. If you've not watched Get On Up, that's definitely one to go check out. Before I move to the next comments, I want to check, and I don't have a way to show you guys what I'm looking at here, but I just want to double check the strike info and see if there's been any news. Okay, Variety's got an article. If you check out Variety, they've got an article. WJEMPTP still meeting as industry eagerly awaits news on contract. So looks like the negotiations are still underway. They've not made a deal yet, but it is looking more and more promising as this weekend has gone on. So hopefully we'll maybe by the time we get off here, maybe sometime tonight or tomorrow, we'll find out more. I'm really worried if they don't make a deal soon or tonight, that it may stretch out really long. So I'm really hoping that things change for that. All right, let's look at some more comments. There we go. Cosmic Broadcast says, "W's in the chat for Yoo-hoo." Oh boy, I'll be the Yoo-hoo guy. And no, they do not sponsor me. 80s Kid from the 90s, yay! And 80s Kid Scoob is underrated. Oh, the movie Scoob. Yeah, I didn't mind that movie. That was pretty good animated movie. That's one I need to show to my son and see what he thinks of it. See for yourself. I'm hoping for a Binks-less live stream, reverse psychology. Man, you really think we're going to be talking Star Wars, a couple of Jar Jar Binks lovers, and we're not going to bring up Jar Jar Binks? It's going to happen. I hate to tell you, but it's going to happen. Oh, boy. Mama Minutes says, "Cool, hi, Ken. Mama Minutes is here." Yeah, for y'all that don't know, that is my mom. She jumped in my first... No, I don't even know if it was my live stream. I think we were on Ken's live stream. We were talking to Ahsoka or something. And my mom jumped in. At that time, she was Coral Peace. Ken called her Mama Minutes, and she's gone and changed her name to Mama Minutes after that. So good on you for that one. Oh, and Ken says, "Hi, Mama Minutes." Cosmic, "Dread it, run from it. Jar Jar Binks arrives all the same." That is true. He is our Jedi Master, which you guys don't know about. Maybe he's a Sith Lord. I don't know. 80s Kid from 90s, LOL. Cosmic Broadcast, yeah, laughing a little bit. 80s Kid, "I turned 27 October 7th. Awesome, 27. I'm trying to remember. Yep, that wasn't a good time in my life. 27 wasn't my favorite. Uh-oh. I think my camera's going wonky on me here. Okay. Nope, still not fixed. What is going on? Let me see if I can fix this camera. I don't know if you guys are seeing the same. Oh, nope. Okay, I think I'm back to normal now. All right. Yeah, 27. I remember where I was at age 27. I wasn't the happiest in my happiest point in life. So I hope you're doing better 27 than when I did 27. So Cosmic Broadcast says, Mama Minutes, your son is an incredible YouTuber. Just going to put it out there. I don't know about that. I am just a couple of streams in, and I'm still as nervous as I was the first time I streamed. So I, I don't know about that, but I do enjoy doing this, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. If this week's any testament, I've got 5 streams counting tonight going through this week. So you guys are going to see a lot of me. At first, I thought it was going to be tonight through Thursday night, a stream every single day. Now I think it's going to be tonight through Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday. Fridays will probably be pretty late because I do have a niece's ball game to go to Friday before I do that. So with all that being said, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun on YouTube. And if you guys want to see more this week, I'm here tonight. I'm going to be on Jonah's channel, Cosmic Broadcast, tomorrow night. We're going to do that. I can't even talk right now. We're going to do the Jedi or the lightsaber battles, episodes 1 to 9, on Tuesday night. I think I'm going to be joining somebody for a watch along stream. I think he's still wanting us to do that, so I think I'm going to be on Zach Attack stream Tuesday night. Wednesday night, I think I'm going to have a break. Thursday night, I'll be doing the Ahsoka Talk over on See For Yourself with Ken. And then on Friday night, I'm going to be with Jason Entertainment on this channel doing defending the Eternals movie and talking about how underrated and underappreciated the Eternals is. So excited for that. 80s Kid from 90s, they ruined the Hulk. They ruined the Hulk. Are we referring to another conversation we were talking about before? Or are you just talking about MCU right now? Because if you're talking about Professor Hulk, yeah, I have to say I probably agree with you. Not a big fan of that. I want him to go back to regular Hulk. So, all right. It's happy birthday. That was to 80s Kid, I believe, because he turned 27. So we're happy for 80s Kid. Or he's turning 27 on the 7th of October. 80s Kid says, thank you. See for yourself. If this is nervous, I can't tell. You're doing awesome. Well, this is definitely nervous. I'm still shaking. I mean, the camera's shaking for me at times, it looks like. So definitely nervous. See if yourself guard against burnout, my friend. Yeah, I'm planning on doing a couple of streams the next week, but not as many. And I'm going to try to cut it down to just a couple. I may do another next Sunday night like this. Just if there's any movie news that comes out this week, we'll talk about that next Sunday night. And then next Monday night, I'm going to be hopefully with some movie tubers, if they're able to join me. I'm going to be talking about the Oscars and my early predictions for what's happening. It's not even that early now. I mean, I've been putting this video off for a little while. So I'm going to talk about Oscar predictions and what I think for some of the categories, and hopefully have some movie tubers on here with me talking that as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Excited for that. But outside of that and the Ahsoka. So Sunday night, Monday night, and then whatever night we're doing the Ahsoka stream will probably be all I stream next week. All right. See for yourself. Do the lightsaber battles include Obi-Wan Kenobi? I'm pretty sure it's just the Skywalker saga. I think that's the information that Jonah sent me anyway. Second attack, can't EA. Can't EA. Oh, I see. He's going to continue on that in a minute. So we'll get to that in a second. Cosmic Broadcast. Nope, just Skywalker saga. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. We're just doing the 9 episodes, and probably makes it a little bit easier if we included some of these shows. We'd probably have a couple of those toward the top, or at least I know I would. The Ahsoka Baylan fight was really great, and even the Obi-Wan Vader and the Obi-Wan show was a really great fight toward the end of the season. So I would have had those up toward the top if those were in the ranking. So now you know, since they're not going to be there, those would have been toward the top. Zach Tech can't wait for your Eternal stream. Yeah, just so you can jump in and put us down. I know what you're up to. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm excited for that too. It's always fun to talk about things I love, and that is a movie I love, and it is my wife's favorite MCU movie. I'm pretty sure that one and Winter Soldier, I think. So excited for that, and I think she's hoping she can jump in that comment as well, so she can talk to us about it. I'd love to have her on video with me, but I don't think she's going to do that. See for yourself. Defending Eternals is a tall task. I hope you're up to it. Man, I have already written out like a 3-page bulletin point notebook paper essay on the things about Eternals that I love about it. So there's definitely going to be some good topics. There's definitely going to be a lot of fun to be had, and there's going to be a lot of awesome comments to respond to while we're talking about it. So I'm excited for that. The Cosmic Broadcast of Eternals only has one hater, then I am that hater. Well, tune in next Friday night. Join me and Jason, and we're going to change your mind. You just wait. See for yourself says we need to get you a Yoo-Hoo sponsorship. Yeah, that would be nice. I have a feeling that's never going to happen, but that would be cool. I tell you, those things are expensive too. It's like twice the price for a Yoo-Hoo as it is regular sodas. I don't understand why they do that to us. Cosmic Broadcast, I'm with you. All right, Ken. Well, tune in next Friday night, and we're going to change your mind, or we'll reaffirm everything you said. One of the two things are going to happen. 80s Kid says they want 45 credits for Mandalorian on Blu-ray. This deal gets worse all the time. Well, I'm not sure what you're referring to on credits and stuff there. So, but I'll just say I agree with you. Sounds right. Cosmic Broadcast, you know what to do. Sponsor this man. Not gonna happen. See for yourself says Ahsoka versus Balin and Obi-Wan versus Vader are fantastic, but I'm glad you guys aren't including everything. Already sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, it's. I feel like it's going to be a pretty long stream to get through all this, but we'll see. We'll see once we get to that point. I'm sure Jonah's got everything worked out and mapped out for how it's going to go. This Zacatech reviews. This man got an eternal dissertation. yeah. You just wait. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. I think my wife's most excited because we're going to try to rewatch the movie again this week before that time. So anytime we get to rewatch Eternal, she's in a good mood. Mama Minutes, LOL, yeah, Yoo-Hoo should absolutely. He drinks enough of them and advertising it daily. Hey, you know what? I've only got a little bit left of this one. I'm going to finish it right now, and then I'm going to drink a Coca-Cola. So maybe I should get Coca-Cola to sponsor me too. But no, definitely the Yoo-Hoos. Mama Minutes. What? Nope. I just passed Mama Minutes. Okay, yeah, we're at See for yourself. You guys should get a moderator for the comment section of your Eternal stream in case people start getting disrespectful. I could check my schedule and volunteer. Man, that might be a good idea. Like I said, we were originally going to do this on Wednesday night, but I think Jason messaged me earlier and asked if we can move it to Friday. And I told him as long as we wait till after my niece's ball game, then that should be fine. And I think that's at 6 Central Time. So that should be over, and I should be back and be able to do a stream by 8 Central. So I think that's what we're going to hope for. I'm just going to try to have everything set up and ready to stream so that when we get back, we can jump in. So that's that. But family got to come first. I'm not missing my nieces. I mean, I've missed a few of them because of streams the last couple of weeks, and I told her and my brother and sister-in-law that I would be there for the game on Friday night. So just because I'm doing that Friday night doesn't mean I'm going to doing the stream Friday night. Don't mean I'm going to miss that game. So I'm going to my niece's 3rd grade basketball game on Friday night. 80s kid from the 90s. Hasbro reminding me of Hollywood right now, raising up prices for less. I feel like I don't want to collect for them much longer. Yeah, it's that way with just about everything. Prices are going up and things are getting harder to get. Figures, It's crazy how much a figure, any type of a figure, costs right now. I was happy to get this Blue Beetle for as cheap as I got it recently, but it is very, very expensive to get things. Cool things anyway. 80s gift from 90s credits is money is oh, okay, you're referring to, okay. So see, I'm just not I wasn't picking up what you was putting down there, but yeah, I get you. Like attack, I think credits is dollars. Okay, well, Mama Minutes, what other old movies are you going to highlight? Okay, so that's a perfect transition into what's going on my channel right now. We have got a new series called Does It Hold Up? So far, I've done Sabrina from 1990. Was it 1994, 1995? One of those two. I did a Does It Hold Up video for that. And then I let everybody vote for the next one. And the next one you guys voted on was We're the Millers from 10 years ago. A little bit newer, but I did have other options on that voting. You guys chose that one. I did that review, put it up, and I've got another poll out there right now that's going to end tomorrow morning as soon as I wake up. Whenever I look at it, that's what it's going to be, and hopefully that video will be out by Wednesday. But right now, the movie that's in the lead on that is Batman 1966. So we're talking Adam West Batman, movie that goes into the show, all that kind of stuff. And that's the movie that's winning right now. Other movies on that list are Superman 1978. I'm doing a superhero themed on this one. Superman 1978 and I think Zoom and Sky High are the other two movies, and they're a little bit newer. So I'm trying to get some older ones and some newer ones, but all ones that are close to 20 years older or older. And I'm excited to see what you guys wind up with. But right now, yeah, the leader or the one that's in the lead is Batman 1966. So if you want to see me do a different How Does It Hold Up, make sure you go in and vote for one of those other three options. Or you can go and vote for that one. And if that's the one it's going to be, I already know it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about that movie, especially the type of movie that it is. 80s kid from the 90s. Yep. Okay. Oh, and you can find that poll in the community tab on the YouTube channel. So, View with Drew. What's up, Drew? Good news. I'm following you on Instagram. Well, thanks for following Instagram. I'm wanting to do more things on Instagram than what I have. Mostly, I post all my shorts from YouTube on Instagram, but I want to get more engagement on that eventually. It's just been hard to find time because I've got Instagram and the Reels from that going. I've got a Threads account, and I try to keep active on Threads as much as I can. I've got my TikTok that I also share my YouTube shorts over to onto TikTok. And I've got a Discord channel where I don't have a lot of people in Discord right now on my Movie Time Minute channel, but Dark Movies is in there a lot and talking about things he's watched. So that's a lot of fun to just chat with him in there. And anybody that wants to, that link is also somewhere in the community tab, and it may be on my main page as well. So you can always check that out there. So yeah, the Instagram thing, I want to get more engaged in that. So thank you for following me on there, and hopefully we'll have more content in that soon. Cosmic Broadcast voting DJ for Uncle of the Year. Man, I tell you, I had 7 nieces and nephews before I ever had a kid of my own. I have been Uncle DJ for 15 years, and I've loved that. 2 years ago, I became Daddy DJ, and it is a completely different experience. I'm used to just getting to spoil kids and send them home. It's a little different now. But with that said, I still like to be at as many events for my nieces and nephews as I can. It's a lot of fun doing that stuff. And I definitely try to be the cool uncle. See for yourself. Hey, y'all, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to Movie Time Minute. Hey, I mean, it's rolling across the bottom of the screen. But yeah, I appreciate the shout out for that there. That means a lot, Kim. I'm not ever going to beg anybody. I mean, I know that's showing it down there. Please like and subscribe. But if you don't want to like and subscribe to my channel, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I do appreciate all of you that do and that are a part of this. And I'm just having so much fun doing this stuff on YouTube. Mama Minutes, my cat still making you sniffle. I asked, what other old shows are you going to review or highlight? Well, you said old movies up there, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a show channel. Like I talk about what I'm watching and stuff, and a few things on my shorts talking about television shows. I don't do a lot of big videos for it. And I did talk about a few of my shows here, but I haven't. I don't know. This is more of a movie channel, I guess. I just hadn't really thought about reviewing a bunch of television shows and highlighting them, but that's the ones I put out there a little while ago. There's like 5 shows that I was watching this week, and those are kind of the main ones that I wanted to make sure I highlighted. And cat making me sniffle. Yeah, so ever since I left your house yesterday, Mom, I have been sniffling. Those cats kill me. I'm extremely allergic, and it follows me for days after I. And the weather ain't helping anything either. But see for yourself. That Blue Beetle is awesome. I think so too. If you guys didn't watch my unboxing, I did an unboxing for this figure. It is a really cool Blue Beetle figure. I love the sword. Like that sword is awesome. But really cool figure. This is the McFarlane Toys Blue Beetle. If you like McFarlane, they have really great detail for a cheaper action figure. So really cool. Whoa. Okay, there we go. 80s kid from the 90s. I've started collecting Kenner Star Wars toys. So I had to look that up the other day after you brought up, I don't know if it was in my stream or someone else's, but you talked about Kenner and I didn't know what it was. So I had to look it up and see. And yes, those are very nice figures. 80s kid from the 90s. Sabrina the Teenage Witch 2000 was a great show. Yeah. So that you were talking about sitcoms earlier. That's a good sitcom. The Sabrina I was talking about a minute ago, though, was the Harrison Ford, Greg Kinnear movie based off of the old 1950s or whatever that original movie was of it. So that was the movie I did the review on. But yeah, the Teenage Witch, I definitely watched that when I was growing up. See for yourself. You've done a really good job with those Does It Hold Up reviews. Oh yeah, well thank you. Yeah, I mean, so great. I finally got my first copyright claim on me for this last one, so I'm going to have to change up how I do that and not show so much of a clip and that kind of thing, at least with the audio. So I'm learning. I'm figuring this stuff out. This is all new to me. Every single week I'm learning something new and doing something different. So hopefully 10 years from now I can look back at this and laugh at it and how goofy I was back now. Then 80s kid from the 90s. Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb. Okay. I'm sure I should get that reference, and my mind's blank right now. I can't think of what that reference is. See for yourself. I voted Batman 66 and the Star Propellant Bat Spray. Yes, that will definitely make it into the review if that's the movie. I've not watched that movie in so many years, so I know when I'm going to rewatch it, if that winds up being the one, that I'm going to be laughing my head off at a lot of different stuff in there. All right, y'all indulge me for a minute. Let me get a drink. My voice is starting to go out on me. All right. 80s kid from the 90s, LOL. Mama Minutes, you should do classic horror like Christine before the remake, Nightmare on Elm Street, Howling. I know you won't do Halloween. Okay, so actually, thank you for bringing that up, Mama. Bringing that up, Mama Minutes. In the month of October, so after I do this, Does It Hold Up, and I'll do one more Does It Hold Up, and then the next 3 to 4 weeks are all going to be horror themed. I'm going to do some classics on one voting. I'm going to do some more modern horror movies for another voting. That within the last 10 to 20 years. I'm going to do, I don't know, I've got a few different ideas for Does It Hold Up videos for horror, but the entire month of October are going to be horror themed Does It Hold Up movies, just like the entire month of December when I get there are all going to be Christmas themed. I love doing themed things, and that's going to be a lot of fun for me. So October is going to be a horror themed Does It Hold Up series. So you'll be able to see that there, but also in October, I don't do a lot of horror. So I'm teaming up with Dark Movies on October 13th, Friday the 13th. And we're going to do this early in the morning because he is way off other side of the world on me here. So we're going to try to make our times work out. And with that, I think it's going to be 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken, which is still going to be like 7, 8 o'clock at night his time. So we're going to make that work because I'm off on Fridays, and we're going to do a horror themed. We're each going to give our top 10, and he may have more than 10 horror movies, and do that in a live stream format here on this channel. So look forward to that. Me and Dark Movies talking horror movies. See for yourself. How did I not know you had a Discord? LOL, I'm definitely joining. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. We've got like 7 people in there right now, so it's not a huge huge thing right now, but it is fun. Like I said, Dark Movies is in there right now with me, and he's about the only person that ever comments. But it is fun just to have it, and eventually maybe we'll have some more people join. Where's the link for your Discord? Okay, so I'm not good with links. I wanted to think I put it into somewhere on my main page on my channel. You may even have to highlight and copy and paste somewhere. I'm not sure. But if you scroll down into my community tab, further on down, at one point I talked about having a Discord channel, and the link was in that. So if not, anybody that needs to know that can reach out to me. I will send you that link, and I will try to, and after the stream's over, I'll try to put that link into the description here if I can figure that out, because I'm not good with computers, even though I'm doing this YouTube channel. So I'm learning a lot as far as that stuff goes too. Like all this new equipment I keep adding in is very difficult for me to figure out just because I'm not a computer guy. 80s kid from the 90s. Hasbro acts like it's a crime to release stuff before the media comes out because of spoilers. I recall during the good old days when Hasbro didn't care. Yeah, I mean, there's still other companies that don't care right now. Lego puts out how many things all the time that spoil stuff for movies. I remember before Thor Love and Thunder came out, Lego put out and had the goats and that kind of stuff in it. So we knew that was coming. And I started to say Christian Bale, the God Butcher. Gore the God Butcher was in some of that stuff as well. And then even for like the Flash movie, there was the Funko Pop released. Wonder Woman was going to be in the Funko Pops and stuff for that. So we knew she was going to pop up at some point in that movie, that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know why Hasbro hasn't been doing that still as well when other companies don't seem to have a problem, but that's that. Mama Minutes, LOL, Mint movies. Okay, so you did mean more movies and stuff. Yeah, so like I said, the Does It Hold Up videos are there. I'm always open to hearing ideas for that, but right now I do have a lot of ideas for what I'm going to be doing with those and what movies are going to be in the polls and things like that. So eventually I may get around to taking some more ideas for those if I start running out of thoughts for what I want to do there. House of L Comics. Hey, Uncle Donovan, good to have you here in the stream. Always good to see House of L in here contributing to the comment section. House of L Comics DJ, yeah. That I think I even read that as DJ, even though it said DL. All right. House of L says, I have about 60 McFarlane figures now. That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen some of your figures. Of course, all yours are in boxes. I'm a bag collector, and I've got them out of the box. And sometimes I hold on to the boxes if I want to put them back in later, but sometimes I don't even keep the box. So that's how terrible I am with collecting things. 80s kid from 90 says that was Batman's line in Batman 66 movie. Okay. Yeah. See, it's been so long since I've seen it. I didn't catch that. So if that winds up winning this poll, then I will watch that, and then I'll remember it as soon as it comes up. I'll be like, hey, that's the one he was talking about. 80s kid from 90s, which is funny because the movie isn't great. Well, I think it's probably a product of its time. See for yourself. Just notice Grogu peeking out the corner. Yeah, I thought that was a nice touch. My wife was laughing at me for that, but for having that there. But yeah, Grogu is having some fun in the stream with us today. SL Swamp Thing from 1980. That's a good one to add to a list. Yeah, that's that would be good. Yeah, I could do like a list that has like John Carpenter's The Thing and Swamp Thing, and like I don't know. I'm sure I could come up with some different things that would go good there. I think we're starting to run low on comments. If we do run out of comments, and we'll just go ahead and end it whenever it ends, and that'll be okay. I know there's only a couple people still watching right now, so that's perfectly fine. We've had a good hour stream so far, and I appreciate all of you that's been here. Before I jump into these next comments, we'll start with 80s Kid here in just a moment. Let's. I'm going to look real quick again just to see if there's anything else. I know we got that report from Variety a minute ago. And hopefully by the next time I do one of these, I can get it set up to where I can put what I'm scrolling and looking at onto this screen for all you guys, because I don't like that I'm not able to do that right now. Let's see. 6 hours ago. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else as it pertains to this. The best and final offer thing that I talked about a while ago. CBS says Hollywood writer strike may be ending soon. That was 2 hours ago. Negotiators meet around 4 p.m. to talk. So they're still talking. They hadn't come to an agreement yet. I'm thinking they probably won't before we get off of this, but it is still very positive what we're hearing right now. They've been continuously talking for the last few days, which is better than a lot of the other talks that we've gotten with these strikes that have lasted short times and they dismiss and they don't talk again for weeks. So hopefully they come to an agreement. If we can get the writer's strike out of the way, get them back to work, I'm fully faithful that the actors can come up with something as well. So we just need to get that ball rolling with it. All right. Next question or next comment. We got 80s Kid from 90s. Go Green Ranger, go. Go Green Ranger, go, go, go Green Ranger. Yeah. I'm not going to sing or anything like that, but you could tell I love me some Green Ranger. 80s Kid from 90s. It's so fun collecting Kenner Star Wars toys, mainly Power of the Force and the 12-inch collector series. Awesome. Yeah, that's like I'd love to see more of that on your channel. As you get new things, I'd love for you to do videos of it, and I will definitely be one that will check it out. 80s Kid from 90s. Goldbergs was great. Yeah, Goldbergs was pretty good. Modern Family was one that was out during around that time too. Last several years. So there's been some good sitcoms. I know you said there weren't a lot right now, but maybe you just mean, I don't know. But yeah, there's some to find. You just got to look for them a little more now, I think, than you used to. Because honestly, those were coming on at nighttime on networks, and how many of us are still watching networks that are under 50 years old? So, all right, see for yourself. I have to actively avoid Lego's website when I know a superhero movie comes out. I'm super anti-spoiler. Yeah, well, you almost have to if you're gonna try to stay anti-spoiler, because Lego is really bad at it, or really bad about it. On Minutes, House of L Comics, the place to go for everything you ever wanted to know about comics and DC. Yeah, he is definitely a DC guy. It's in his name. But he likes some Marvel stuff too. He's just not as high on it and isn't as forgiving with Marvel as he is with DC, I feel like a lot of times. Maybe he'd argue with that. But 80s Kid from the 90s. As much as I love the Green Ranger and Red Zeo Ranger, Tommy's most iconic costume was the White Ranger. Well, I am mostly in agreement with you. I love the White Ranger costume, whether it was the first White Ranger costume or the one after the movie or when in the movie. Both were great. I love the White Power Ranger. I just love Tommy as a character. One of the saddest days of my life was hearing that Jason David Frank was no longer with us last year, and just knowing that I had chances to meet him and I never did. I do have a signed figure back here of Jason David Frank, a Green Ranger action figure, but I hate that I never got to actually meet him and talk to him, because he was so good with the fans. He was such a great inspiration to so many of us, and he stayed that way through his entire career and all the times he came back. And I'm really excited to see Legend of the White Dragon whenever that does release and I get a chance to see it. Mama Minutes, The Thing was cool. Okay. I had a feeling you probably like that one. See for yourself. Can you give us a sermon on the importance of space whales? Um, well, space whales are space whales. Wait, this was your sermon. Why am I repeating you? No, if you hadn't watched uh, See for yourself or Ken's video from last week's Ahsoka episode, he's got a great review for it. At the end of it, he goes on a little bit of a rant about the space whales. So be sure to check that out. And you won't be disappointed with that. He's got some great stuff in there. Oh. All right. What else we got here? I think we're almost done here. Mama Minutes, LOL. Ace Given from the 90s, sitcoms died with Drake and Josh. Okay. I'm not a Drake and Josh fan. I hope that doesn't turn you away from my channel, but I think I was too old for Drake and Josh by the time they come around. I know my wife's a big Drake and Josh fan, so. But that is almost it. Okay. We got another one from 80s Gift from the 90s. I was a little sad yesterday when I listened to Power Rangers music. It said JDF is no longer with us. He was my favorite Power Ranger. I got to meet him once. He was a cool person. Absolutely. See for yourself, in all seriousness, where would your channel to be on January 1st? Where would I like it to be? At the start of the year? Man, I don't know. I didn't think I'd be at 100 subscribers by the start of the year, and here we are in September, and I'm hoping to get to 150 within the next week. So I'm really not sure. This has been bigger and more fun than I ever thought this channel would be. I really thought it would just be me coming on here to talk to two people, and one of them being my wife watching the videos in hindsight, and that would be it. But it would give me a chance to get my thoughts and expressions out there. And it's turned into something bigger than I thought it would be, even though I'm still extremely small and smaller than everyone else here that is probably even commenting on this video. But it's still been a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed what I've done, and getting to meet so many great people, being a part of this community with all of you has been extremely satisfying and rewarding. And by January 1st, I just hope that I'm still doing this weekly like I am now, and that I'm still having as much fun with it. And if I've gained no more than 2 more subscribers from now to then, that would be okay, as long as I'm still having fun. So that's all I'm worried about right now. 80s from the 90s. I like Kenan and Kel too. Okay. Yeah, I loved all that. I like them guys. It's probably why so many people are excited for Good Burger 2, because they work good together. So, see for yourself. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's to me what it's all about. Just enjoying myself, having people to talk to about the thing I love, and I'm getting to do that here. So that's great to me. All right, I think that's the last comment I've got. Hey, I'm happy with this stream. If you missed out on any of the news and stuff that I brought up at the start, or if you wanted to hear some of the movies that I've watched this week, whether it's Strays, The Blackening, that I finally caught up and watched, or the one that apparently I'm at an odds with a lot of people on, for No One Will Save You, that a lot of people liked and I didn't as much, then you can go back and listen to me talk about that a little bit, talk about the shows that I've been watching this week. I do see another comment here. We'll read it before we go. What's movie you're most excited to see this year? My most excited thing I'm most excited to see this week, or this year right now, is Taika Waititi's Next Go Wins. Really excited to see that. I think Taika Waititi is a great director. I don't care about a mishap with Thor: Love and Thunder, even though I didn't hate it as much as others. I don't care about a mishap with that. That's one movie and a strand of, to me, some of the best movies I've seen in a while, including Jojo Rabbit. That's like my favorite movie in the last 10 years. So Taika Waititi's Next Go wins. It looks like a very heartwarming story. I love that Magneto himself, Michael Fassbender, is in this movie as the star. And it's based on a true story to an extent, and it just looks really heartwarming, and I'm excited to see it. A soccer movie. So that's the one I'm most excited for this year. I know it's probably an odd choice, but that is the one. Ken says, are we ever getting the unsung character series where you cover Jar Jar, Yamcha, and others? I may get to that if I get enough people that enjoy those characters enough to talk about it, because I sure don't want to just do a live stream talking about those characters that I'm the only one that loves and no one else loves, and all I do is get hate comments. So I don't know if that'd be a fun stream or not. So we'll see. Maybe in the future. 80s Kim from 90 says Caclow. Okay. Again, I should know that, I'm sure, but I'm not catching it. See for yourself. No, I'm with you, and no one will save you. Yeah. And I know my mom was with me too, but she's also very critical when it comes to anything horror related, because that's like all she watches is horror. So she's very critical on a lot of things in that space. But yeah, I mean, Ken, you may be the only person that I've talked to recently that you're agreeing with me with, because I keep talking to all these people that tell me that they loved it, and I watch all these reviews of people that loved it and loved the direction it went, and I'm just like, I don't know if I watched the same movie, but it is what it is. Anyway, that is it for today. Well, Mama Minutes, it was awful. See, I said mom didn't like it either. Oh, 80s kid, ka-chow. Like, okay, McQueen's phrase. Yeah, I knew that one. I didn't realize that is an IAO. This screen is too far away from me. I couldn't read it apparently. But yeah, ka-chow. All right, cool. Yeah, I love Lightning McQueen. Love cars. Great. See for yourself. First half was great. Second half lost steam and just kept going. Yeah, that's what. If you look at it in a 3-act part, I thought first act was good. Very like the best parts of Signs from M. Night Shyamalan. I thought No One Will Save You had some of the best parts that they did in that movie in the start of this movie, and then it just tapered off. Like I don't know what happened. Second act got a little odd, and then third act was just weird and not the direction I wanted to see it go. And it's just the way I feel about it. Okay. I think we are ready to call it a night. Hour 18. Hey, we got another like 8 more minutes after I said I was going to call it. So that's awesome. Thank you guys for joining. He warned me I didn't listen and wasted my time anyway. Yeah. She doesn't usually like my takes on movies compared to what she likes. So it's nice to actually have one we agree with for once. All right. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining Movie Time Minute. Don't forget to go into the community tab. Make sure you vote for the next Does It Hold Up video. Really excited to see which one I'm going to do. I have a feeling based on what's so far in the league right now, it's going to be Batman 66. So we'll see how that goes. If you haven't voted on it, do that. I'll post that probably by Wednesday. If I get time to watch the movie again before then I will get that done and post it Wednesday. But outside of that, I'll be live tomorrow night in Cosmic Broadcast. So go over to Jonah's channel, check us out tomorrow night. We'll be ranking all the Star Wars lightsaber battles from episodes 1 to 9, the entire Skywalker saga. So excited to do that tomorrow night. And that's it for tonight. We'll see you guys next time on Movie Time Minute. Good night.